Hi, this is Jordan Fessler from Variant Studios, and today I'm going to show you some simple how-tos and the appropriate way to use Twitter, or in other words, Twitter etiquette. First, let me show you the most important thing to know when using Twitter, how to compose a message and tweet it. Click this button in the top right and a message box will pop up. Type in what you wish to say and click the tweet button. Just remember to not go over your 140 characters limit. You can keep track of how many characters you have left at the bottom of the box to the right. If you go over, you will not be able to send out your tweet. Also in tweeting, just remember that everyone can hear you. So make sure your grammar is correct and what's rude in real life is still rude on Twitter. Now say you want to follow some people. Click on the Who to Follow tab at the top. You're giving suggestions, or you can browse your interests, or click Find Friends. I'm going to go ahead and just type in a name. Find the person that I wish to follow and simply click this follow button to the right. I will now be able to read Jordan Fessler's tweets. People will also start to follow you, and it's part of Twitter etiquette to follow them back as long as they have some value to you. Remember, you can always unfollow someone. To unfollow, just simply go to that person's Twitter and click the following button to change it to unfollow. It'll turn red, click, and you're now not following them anymore. Don't worry, this person will not receive a notification that you unfollowed them, but they can notice that you stopped following them if they checked their followers list. To view your following and followers list, go to your profile and you could view them there. To the right, it shows that I have one tweet following 3 people, I have one person following me, and I have 0 lists. I'll talk about lists a little bit later. Just make sure that you watch your follow and followers ratio. You should be following more people than your own followers, but don't just follow thousands of people without anyone following you back, or else people will think you are a spammer. If you ever want to address someone directly, you can mention them with an @ sign. To do this when tweeting, simply compose a message, click @ and type in the username that you wish to address, and tweet. This will go straight to that person, but remember, anyone else can still read this. So if you're having a small conversation, try to keep it private with direct messages. To send a DM or direct message, you can either find that person and click on the envelope that sits next to their follow button, or click this messages tab up here. First, I'm going to show you how to message them by clicking this button here. Go to their profile, click the envelope, and a box will pop up and you can send them a message that way. Or go to messages up here, click new message, type in the person you wish to send a message to, and type away. As you can see, it shows over here the messages that I have previously sent, and to the right, all my responses. Try to respond to most DMs, but if they're a stranger, you don't always have to respond. And when you send out direct messages, try to sound as human as possible because no one likes an automated response. Now I'm going to tell you about hashtags and retweeting. Hashtags can be used when giving credit to someone else if you tweeted their article, but they're mostly used so that others can track what you tweet about. When using a hashtag, like say I post an article on social media and want people to be able to search and find it, I will hashtag social media, tweet, and then people will be able to look up my tweet. If you want to search for your own hashtag, simply go to the search box at the top and enter in what you would like to read about, like the new iPhone 4S. Press enter and you'll see that anytime that the iPhone 4S is talked about or tagged, it'll show in these results here. You can save any hashtag that you wish to track if you want to by clicking this Save This Search button up top. Just please do not hashtag every single word. People will unfollow you. Now with retweeting, it's a very simple concept. If you like what someone else says, then retweet it. Try not to retweet yourself. This comes off very vain. So I'm going to go to Conan O'Brien's profile. And if I really like something he said, then I simply hover over and it'll show me this box of arrows, retweet. Simply just click this button, confirm that you want to retweet, and this green little triangle will appear up in the corner. That shows proof that you have indeed retweeted this. Go back to your profile, and on your tweets, it'll show Conan O'Brien's message. If you don't want this to be retweeted anymore, simply just click undo retweet. Refresh, and his tweet is gone. Always make sure when you retweet someone's link, article, or tweet that you give them credit. You could also retweet the old school way. To do this, go to someone that you find interesting, copy one of their tweets, and compose your own message, but make sure this time you use a capital RT for retweet. Mention the person you are retweeting, paste what they said, and then tweet. And if you want to add in something in your own words, you could do that before the @. And this is the old school way to retweet. Just make sure that you are still not going over the 140 character limit. Finally, I'm going to show you quickly the concept of lists. People create lists so that they can organize people that they follow. If I only want to read tweets about social media, then I make a list for social media and add people who are known for mainly tweeting about this area. To do this, make sure you are on the Home tab and click the link Lists. I don't have any lists right now, so I'm going to create my first one. I'm going to call this list Social Media. You could either make it public so anyone else could follow the list that you create, or private so only you can access it. I'm going to make it public and save. Once you've created and saved your list, you can now start adding people. Do this by searching someone like Brian Solis. He talks a lot about social media, so I'm going to go ahead and follow him. To add him to the list, click this little man to the right, add to list, and choose your social media list that you just created. You can now view this list by going to your home, clicking the list link again. It's not there yet, so refresh. Click your list, and there's your new social media. When you view this, all you'll see are the people that you add to your list. So right now, all I'm seeing is Brian Solis. Thank you for listening to this tutorial on Twitter, how-tos, and etiquette. I hope you learned the best way to tweet and use Twitter. Stay tuned for more to come.